This is Ricky Rod with Bomb House Recording. So, been reading in some forums and different things and see things pop up about how to properly use reverbs in a mix. First of all, the fun part about a recording or about producing and recording and mixing is figuring out your own tricks. It's not always about, hey man, this is what such and such does. I've heard such and such does this with effects. It's it's what works for you. So in that case, I'm going to show you in this particular mix what I was going for, what I was trying to accomplish, and really you mix for the song. That's it. So in this particular case, we got the Blue Turnip Band, good guys from the Boone area, and the beginning of this song starts with a piano and a vocal, and I wanted the vocal to be very dry. I didn't want it to have a lot of effect, and then halfway through the second verse, I wanted the effects to kick in on the vocal. So let's look at the vocal chain here for Brian real fast. And this is what I went with. I'm using a virtual microphone system on this particular mix, and you're going to see these two compressors, and you're like, Rick, why are we using two compressors? Oh my God! Well, first of all, it's a great way to get vocals to sit in a mix. Number one, and number two, a lot of times I just like to do it this way. Sometimes I bus it out. So I'm going to explain to you the bussing process here in a minute. So just to let you know, though, this is my vocal chain right here. Of course, in Studio One, everything's right here. I got my de-esser right after that. And then here's my sends. Okay, so when we look at a traditional mix view here, you're going to see here's the main vocals here. Brian's vocals are right here. We got a bunch of background vocals here. And then this is the Vox Verb, okay? And this is an actual bus channel created. And I'm using the, love this reverb. It's an Eventide. I think I'm using the Dave Pensato. I think I may have changed a little bit, but that's the main verb. So in this particular case, the reverb is not directly on the insert, but I created a bus. So let's listen to the beginning of this song, okay? And we're going to listen to the first part of the verse where it's dry, and then when the verb kicks in, it's when the drums come in.
But not for days, a lack of sleep I'd say, but not for weeks. You can't be serious, but when I see your face, I can't close my eyes.
Now the vocal effects are going to kick in right here.
You're on my mind every minute now. I can't believe a girl so beautiful would fall for somebody as simple as me.
All right, so this song, the minute I heard the song, it reminded me of a Christian band back in the 90s called Pray for Rain, PFR. They always mixed like Beatle elements, and these guys are great, man. This particular band, Blue Turnip, is they just have all sorts of great influences. So this is one of them. They like to layer great vocals, and when I heard this song, it really hit me, man, how cool would it be to mix that vocal dry at the top, just with that piano, and then when the band kicks in, to just bring in this beautiful reverb. And it's a great way to create a dynamic in the mix, right? So that's it. So that's a good example of using a verb there. If we go to this verse right here, this is where the bus is to this right here, to the Vox Verb right here. So this is controlling all the reverb in this mix for all my vocals. Sometimes I don't do it this way. Sometimes I separate my vocals from my reverb, or separate the reverbs from my vocals. But in this particular case, I just thought everything worked well. So you asked me, well, Rick, what are your other options for effects? Okay, and there are other options, especially in Studio One. it's so easy to put effects on a channel. So here's the first part of the verse. Okay, so let's go back. It's dry. There's nothing on it.
Been up for days.
Right? Nothing on there. So let's go ahead and put a reverb. It can be anything. I'm just gonna put this mix reverb or this mix verb. So in Studio One, you can just drag the plugin onto the channel, just like this, and there it is. Right? Shows up as an insert right here. So it's the last one in the chain. Okay, and we can. This is where the reverb level gets different. Okay, so when you set up a bus channel, this is where you're going to turn up. You're going to actually turn up the volume to send the overall verb. But this is directly on the channel.
But
So,
when I see your face, I can't close my eyes.
right? So that is a different sound, right? Because if we turned up the mix all the way,
But when I see,
that is obviously a weird sound, okay? But when you pull that mix back here to about 12%,
but when I see your face, I can't close my eyes.
there we go. So who's to say that's wrong? I'm not gonna say that's wrong. If you prefer that as a mix engineer to do it that way, do it that way. There's no rules. But I just wanted to show you there are multiple options to set up reverbs in a mix. You can set up directly as an insert this way, or you can set it up as a bus. Now, you asked me, well, Rick, how do I set it up as a bus? Well, I can show you this in Studio One. Again, it's very easy, quite a bit different than Pro Tools, but we're going to grab this verb suite right here, okay? And I'm going to drag it right down to the send. That's it. Watch this. Done. Okay? So how do I affect that channel? It's going to pop up right here on my mixer. Right there. There it is. That's it. So that's the bus effect version of this right here. You just simply drag it over there. Quite a bit different than Pro Tools. Again, to me it's so much easier. But anyway, just a quick tutorial on how reverbs work. You can use them as an insert, the example I just showed you, or you can set it up as a bus effect. And really as a bus effect, it allows you to be really careful with your resources with your computer. You don't have to use as many plugins, and that's traditionally the way we would set it up. So anyway, if you have any questions, likes, dislikes, comments, all that good stuff, just hit me up and let me know. But I just wanted to show you how I set up vocal effects for this song. You guys have a good one.